Alright, so I'm playing the Tier 9 Conqueror here on Karelia. This is the new Tier 9 heavy tank for the British tanks, which for a heavy tank it's pretty lightly armored. The whole armor in the front's only 130 millimeters, and it roughly will stop most Tier 8 tanks and below. Tier 9s and above, though, will pretty much rip you apart. Frontal turret's pretty nice. There's frontal cheeky parts on it, 152 millimeter thick, which doesn't sound too good, but the way that they're sloped and angled, stop those shells coming in. I think the only way that they'll go through is if they basically try to aim right towards the mantle part, which is the flattest part, without hitting the mantle, because the mantlet's 200 millimeters thick. It's pretty well protected. The main downside of the turret is that top of the commander's hatch, which it sits in the back, but it's pretty weak. Anything can pretty much penetrate there. And given that your commander's there and people will be shooting at it, your commander's gonna die a lot. Which really sucks with the view range, because since your view range is 400 and you pretty much rely upon it, you don't want your commander getting knocked down very much. One redeeming feature is the gun on this, which is pretty much the strong suit, and the fact that it nearly has as much DPM as a T110E5. It's like this is with 100%
looks like that one went right through.
With rammers and a ventilation, which is roughly under 9-second reload. My T110E5 has the same setup but with brothers in arms, and it has a 8.25 second reload. So given that, you pretty much have a mini T110 damage box in Tier 9. The downside is you don't really have much armor to protect yourself. Your armor basically is your gun in many cases.
Enemy vehicle knocked out.
Accuracy helps. It's not as good as the Tier 10, but the accuracy on this is very good, except for that shot there. I'm wary of pushing up because I know artillery is focusing over here. So that's one of the downsides. With the weak armor all over the tank, you'll be splashed a lot. You'll be hit directly and get taken out easily, even by low tier armor. Things do massive damage. It's like that's the main weakness I find, is just the low armor. You'll pop out for a second, already will hit you, you're dead. Which is one reason why it has nearly 2,000 hit points, which it really needs, because the majority of stuff hitting you will do damage. It seems like most of their teams is sitting back, which I don't really get why most teams do it, because this Lorraine's run away. He's giving up. He's type 59 now, which opens him up. Dusk is swarming. The more of the map that you give up,
enemy is hit.
The least chance you have of winning, because you're going to be stuck in a corner and have nowhere to go.
Enemy is hit.
I wonder if I can ram it.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
I love people
one of our tracks is damaged.
Set themselves up to being rammed. Hello, Lorraine.
Penetration.
See, now he's probably wishing that if he didn't pull back, I probably wouldn't have pushed around there. Because with the Lorraine, the Type 59 sitting there, you definitely don't want to push, because you're going to take a lot of damage and you're probably going to die. But, his fault. aggressive with tanks. The more aggressive you are without stupidly rushing
They're
in
knocked
spots, better off you're gonna do. Not only does it put you in a position to do a lot of damage, it puts your team in a position to abuse the spotting mechanics, because you're out there spotting all the tanks for them. They're not spotted at all. They're not taking any damage. They can just fire away. They don't have to worry about it. Granted, it takes some practice, because if you're main push in the beginning, all of their tanks are gonna swing around and see if they can hit you. See what I'm doing? How much should you show your tank? Wait until you're visible again, pop out, and dash up. More on that later. As you can see here, like even moving, the aiming circle doesn't really move that much. The FB 215B, which follows it, is a lot smaller, but for a heavy tank, it's pretty good. And I hate it. Like the accuracy, it's basically medium-like, which you don't find many heavy tanks that have accuracy like this while moving. Usually you have to stop for a few seconds, but with a Conqueror, you just keep on plowing through, fire shot while moving, hit stuff. Pretty good. You can see here that bounces shot right there on the front of the turret. The upper hull, which is decently protected, you can see I got penetrated through there. It's like the lower hull here, it's not well protected at all, anything moving through there, but the upper hull being 130 millimeters at 60 degrees, it's roughly 200 millimeters effective armor, which, while low, is enough to bounce shots. People don't really aim that well. So it's a pretty decent game, 3 kills overall. I don't think I did too much damage, but I got top XP. Yeah, I did 2300 total damage, which isn't too bad. Overall, pretty good match.